Here's the question for the podcast. How attractive are you? I want you guys, we're going to go around the room, and I want you to tell us how hot you are. This is a test of your self-esteem and your self-confidence. And obviously, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So we'll rank on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being, the hottest. You're at 10 if you're hot. And 1 being, not so hot. And then I want you to rank yourself and then rank how you feel other people look at you too. Because I think that would be interesting.
Is this
Yes.
overall or strictly physical?
This is strictly physical, let's say.
This is so interesting.
Let's say strictly physical.
So personality has nothing to do with it.
Oh,
Yes.
crap.
Because I have to be honest with you. I'm not just saying this because we all have to work together. But I think that when I look at other radio station morning shows, there's some fucking ugly shows out there. And I see some of these morning show promo pictures, and I look at some of them and I go, ugh. And then I look at our show. I think we actually have a good-looking group of people.
We really do have a good-looking crew of people.
And
averaging them out. We have some people that are holding all the weight and carrying a little extra for us. But let's be honest. You look at
Wait, are you talking to size-wise?
No, I mean in looks, in the looks department.
Because
But
I was going to say thank you.
There's that old radio adage of, they would say, oh, you have a face for radio. And that was because back in the 50s and 60s, they would only hire people based on their voice. And you were never seen. It was, hello, and now welcome to Radio Hour. But now radio hosts are so much more. You have to, it's a visual medium, and it doesn't seem to make sense on the service, but we're seen everywhere.
With that said, I will tell you, there are some great-looking shows out there, or great-looking personalities, who are fucking horrible on the air.
Yeah.
Because there are some people that I'll listen to there are some that have zero content, and I'll listen to some of their stuff that they do, and I'm going, you are just a pretty face.
Yeah, well, nowadays they're also just hiring people off of TikTok or YouTube for their looks, and because they'll work for nothing because they want to have a radio show.
Yeah. All right. So if you like, I would.
Took me a second to figure out what you were talking about. Just got it.
I will. I wasn't talking about anybody specific. I'm talking about a lot of
I
people.
know Ellen was.
I was.
All right. So
what are the parameters, Mojo?
I'll start
What
this.
is it? 1 to 5, 1 to 10?
So no,
letter grade. What do you say?
1 to 10.
Okay.
1 to 10, and it's rank yourself and rank how other people look at you. All right. So I would like to start this. I'm going to rank myself, and I'm going to say, if and I'm basing it on right now how I look.
Can I insert really quickly? Whole numbers only, none of this point whatever bullshit.
Yeah,
come on,
Yes.
Ellen.
If I'm ranking myself right now based on how I look now, I'm going to say I am a 6. Okay? And I'm going to say if people are ranking me as Mojo versus Tom.
No, it's looks only.
No,
personality,
looks only.
name,
Right.
nothing to do with it.
Okay, right.
I see what you're
I'm going to say people might rank me a little higher based on the fact that I work on the radio. So I'm going to rank myself as just average guy, right? Walking down the street. Average guy, I'll give myself another 6. So I would say that. If it was guy on the radio, somebody might give me a 7, okay, or an 8. Who knows? I do have a rather large nose, and if there's anything I could change on my body, it would not be my fat belly. It would probably be my ginormous nose that I inherited from my father. That unfortunately my kids got too. So, who would like to go next? Anybody else?
I'll go next because I'm boring because I'm similar to yours.
Such an interesting look into your brains.
I give myself a 6 as well. I'm always very critical of my looks. I see all the flaws first. Obviously, I think all of us do when we look in the mirror, but I give myself a 7 through the eyes of other people because I do get more compliments that I like about certain features like my eyes or something like parts that I think distract people from the other stuff. So I focus on the negative and I see, my 3 triple chin or my wrinkles that, if I ranked myself 10 years ago, I would have been 2 points higher. It was like I think I had a lot of confidence 10 years ago.
2 years ago, I feel like I was
10
also
years. 10 years ago. I was in the best shape of my life 10 years ago.
10
I had
years
a trainer. I had color in my skin. I had less wrinkles. But, now I've aged. So I give myself a 6, and I think I give my perception as a 7.
Okay. All right. Any of the ladies would like to go?
I hate these. Make me so anxious. By the way, I don't like doing this kind of stuff.
Oh, I think it's so.
But I will be positive and give myself an 8, and I think I would give myself an 8 for how other people see me too.
Wow, good for you. There's positivity right there.
I like it.
Now, in high school, I would give myself a 4.
Yeah.
And I actually think that I felt my best that I've ever felt, after having both of my babies. And I would have actually ranked myself higher because I just saw myself so differently.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
But
it's funny. It's funny you talk about how you looked then compared to now.
Mm-hmm.
I will get occasionally people saying you look better with age, stuff, which actually is a very nice compliment because all I do is Botox. But I also
your salt and pepper hair.
But I think thank you. But I will say
hair.
I think still having my hair kind of helps a little bit. But I think also the thing with it is I was such a dork when I was younger, and I don't know if you felt that same way too, Shannon.
Honestly, I was super dorky in high school. I kind of came out of it a teeny tiny bit, but I was pretty dorky.
And I think I'm more confident now than I was back then. But I always say that old people get confident. You know what I mean? Like when you get older, you get a little bit more confidence.
If you would have asked me this question a couple of years ago when I was at not in a great place, my rating would be totally different. I've just come to look at the girl in the mirror very differently and
good
be
for you.
more appreciative.
That's good.
But
Mike, Megan, or Ellen, Reese, anybody else would like to go? Who's up next?
I will go next as
Ellen?
no one else is speaking.
Our producer, Ellen.
Hello. I think I would like to qualify this by saying I'm judging this as in the bracket of 28-year-old females in the state of Michigan. Okay.
Oh my God! Well, in that case, I'm a 10. No.
Well, because I always say I would be 4 points lower in LA. So that's my point. Is this is not a celebrity.
Because you're a real person.
Do you know what I mean? I would be 4 points lower in LA, which is I'm very.
You're a Michigan
with.
what?
I think I'm a solid Michigan 7. I'm a Lowe's parking lot 10, but I'm a solid. Never get hit on more than in the Lowe's parking lot. But I'm a Michigan 7, and I think that I see myself the way other people see me.
Uh-huh.
I would equally judge.
Can I say something with this conversation? Have you ever been called hot?
In my life?
Yeah.
People text Ellen about that.
I know. It's I don't ever think of myself in that
No, I would
that,
never call myself hot.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's
also that's also an interesting piece of this conversation. When you talk about how other people I think I've only ever been called cute. Cute. I've never. I don't.
Oh,
I guess, unless it's a rando.
Listeners have called you hot.
Okay, but I'm not talking random people. I'm talking about
a partner.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something interesting? I think that you talk about locations and stuff. I think everybody for self-esteem issues should go to Cedar Point or Kalahari to feel better about themselves.
If you are a girl, walk around a Lowe's. When I tell you, you will never get hit on more. I do not get hit on in bars. I do not get hit on on the street.
But at Lowe's you do?
I've been given business cards. I've been asked for my number. My cart has been unloaded into my car. It is only Lowe's.
Wow.
I don't know why. That is the only place it happens.
Oh, when I spent a night in jail, I got hit on so many times in that cell.
Megan or Mike?
Baby.
Mike, Megan. Which one of you guys want to go next?
I guess I'll go.
Mike?
I don't like doing this at all, first off. Because I don't equate this to confidence. I don't think about looks really ever, which you could tell by the way I dress and all that stuff. I don't really care about. But I would say I feel like I'm a 5 or 6, I guess. And then I think other people see me. I have the MGK Megan Fox thing going for me. My wife, I think, is really attractive, and that makes me a little more attractive, I guess. But still a 6. I don't think that people look at me as any more attractive than I look at myself. But I think I have the Megan Fox MGK thing going, where I'm only interesting because my wife is interesting.
It's interesting. Can I tell you, and as a man to another man, when you are wearing short sleeve shirts and shorts